being active is the most important thing. You can't just say, we want diversity, we want change. You have to actively go, I'm going to make this happen, and then it'll happen.
Sometimes you don't realize where your roof is leaking until a major storm comes. And in that moment, I don't know, maybe it's just me, I'm not the kind of person who goes, well, I'm gonna move now. I say, well, now it's time to start thinking of how to patch this roof, because I don't believe it'll rain forever.
You could be doing anything if you are not doing the opposites. How your action is implied does not define what you were doing. Noting differences does not implicitly make it a bad thing. When you are noticing differences, you can note them for a good reason. It's the same reason we notice different colors or we notice different flowers. That can be a good thing. If you're using it to celebrate, you can use that same thing the same way apartheid did to separate people.
You know, my mom always used to say to me, life will continue to teach you a lesson until you learn it. Is sometimes the gift and the curse of optimism, but for me, the gift mostly of optimism is it almost tricks you into trying to be better, or it tricks you into trying to get to that place. And I have to be careful now of what I share where,
Right.
because where you give it away may create a completely different connotation of what you're giving away.
I think it just depends on how you see the world. You know, I think anyone has the ability to be an outsider if you just take a step out. And that's really what you should always try and do. You should try and do it in your life. You should try and do it whether you're looking at politics. You should try and do it in any situation. Think of it like this. You know, oftentimes, if you ever want to give yourself good advice, just imagine you were giving it to a friend. And you find 9 times out of 10, you know the answer when you're not the person who's involved. And so if you step out of that, in any situation, I find it gives you you know, a different perspective. It gives you context. All you can do is I guess you can spread positivity and you can fight. And you just fight for that equality and you fight to make the change. Year 1 is just figuring out how to sit in the chair. Year 2 is starting to understand how you're going to implement change. And then year 3, 4 onwards is me figuring out how to use this platform that I've been gifted with, you know, in a positive manner. How do I give a voice to people who don't have one? How do I provide, even if it's a tiny level of positive impact in other people's lives? That's what I try to do now.